Hi, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. It's our mortgage man who's with us, Assad Naeem from the Bank of Montreal. Buying your next home. And there's different options. Is if you're keeping one or selling one or wanting to end up with two, well, Assad will give you your options. Assad, good to see you, buddy.
Likewise. Thanks a lot, Stu. Yeah, let's dive right into it. So you're buying your next home. You already have one. And now chances are you want to move into something better or bigger, or your family's growing, or you want to downsize. But whatever the case, you want to look at buying your next home and you're wondering, what can I do? You have different options. You can either keep the home that you have or you can sell the home. And we'll look at each option and how you can qualify for the next home with each option. Let's take a look at selling the home. If you really want to sell the home, meaning you don't want to keep it, you don't want to build a real estate portfolio or anything like that, then chances are you could sell that home. Now, you can sell that home, especially with the market the way it is and rates looking to decline and the market getting hotter. Chances are your home will be picked up quite quick. So, what are you going to do after that? Do you want to give up possession right away? Or do you want to wait until you find another property to move into? Chances are you don't want to be homeless, you don't want to be renting, you don't want to be jumping from Airbnb to Airbnb while looking to buy your next home. So the best scenario is, talk to Stu, start looking at other properties that you can start buying or that would be good for you, just so you have an idea of what you want to get into. Then put an offer on that property. Talk to me. Let's get you approved for that property. Now, if you're selling that home, chances are you're thinking, hey, I want to use the funds from the home that I sell in order to put down as a down payment towards the next home. Great option. Many people do that. Now, one way to do that is you either take it out in a form of equity, you can refinance that home, take it out as a mortgage with a blended rate, or you can take it out as a home equity line of credit, which in turn comes out with a higher rate in some cases. But either way, you take out the equity from your current home and you put that towards the down payment of your next home. And then when you do sell your current home, then you can repay off that extra mortgage that you took out, the old mortgage, or the line of credit that you took out to put down that down payment. Now, when you're doing that in that scenario, there are chances that you will have terms and conditions attached to the new mortgage. And some of the terms and conditions may be for you to actually sell out your current home before you take possession of the next home. And unless you have a firm purchase to sell your current home with a deposit already received and conditions already waived, then that's the only way to clear off that term and condition for your next mortgage. Now, chances are that can be a little stressful, especially because now you have to worry about your current home selling, and if it doesn't sell, then you won't be able to get the next mortgage to get into the next home, and that can be a catch-22. You lose and you lose. So now, there are options where we can do a 100% rental offset, meaning we get a fair market rent for what your current home can be, and we use that rental income or rental figure that we get from the appraiser, and we offset against your current mortgage and your current property tax, your current heating, and a variance charge. If it's a surplus, we take it off your income. If it's a deficit, we take it away from your income. But effectively, what that does is it removes your current mortgage and your current home from your new mortgage application, and it doesn't come up with that term and condition for your current home to sell in order for you to buy the next home. Now, that moves us into the second option where you could keep your first home in order to buy the second home. Now, the reason why I transitioned over to this option is because of that rental offset. When you're doing that 100% market rent offset, then you can actually say, hey, I can actually put this home up for rent and I can get an X amount of rental income from it on a month to month basis. And because it's a fair market rent appraisal, you know that your home will rent for minimum just that price. And if you have a surplus, you'll be cash flow positive when you do rent out that home, meaning you're not going to be taking it out of pocket in order to keep that home afloat, and you'll still be able to afford the new mortgage from your own pocket without having to worry about the current mortgage. Now, that in turn allows you to keep your first home because you're putting it up for rent and you have that market rent offset done for you to qualify for the next home, and allows you to move into the next home and build that real estate portfolio where you now own two properties. One is a rental property, and the other one is your primary residence. And you can keep repeating, rinse and repeat these processes and these ideas in order to buy your next home. Let's just say it is your third property you're moving into. Then buy your next home if it's your fourth property that you're moving into. But as long as your next property is your primary residence, you can use these steps to keep building an entire portfolio of rental properties for every home that you move out of and buy your next one. So that's how you get into your next home. You can either keep it or you can sell it. And in a nutshell, those are the ways to do it and the terms and conditions that'll be associated with each one of those methods. But I know it gets a little complicated. It's good to know that these options exist, but for details, always contact Stu and myself, and we'll be able to guide you through our years of knowledge and professional experience and get you into the next home.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just laying out the plan, isn't it, to them? It just, sometimes it sounds a bit complicated, but I'm sure as you walk them through the mortgage and the application, then it's not too difficult to do.
Absolutely.
I was listening to 770 today, and the man from the Bank of Montreal was on, and he was talking about inflation being down slightly. I don't think it's down as much as they wanted, but it's better than expected. And then he was also saying, of course, that they're expecting the bank rate to come down. He thinks around about June, either side of June. Yeah.
Yep.
So if anyone's got any plans to do anything, and maybe now's the time to get working it all out, because I'm sure Absolutely. If it happens as well, the real estate market's busy already in certain areas, but it's going to be twice as busy come June or before June even,
Yep. As soon as that rate drops, everyone's going to start jumping right back into the market again.
I wish you a good week, Assad, and I'll talk to you this time next week. See you, buddy. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to be notified of new ones.